Hi, my name is Will Igo. I'm a Kilmer parent, and I put together this video to make sure you all knew about the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program waiver that's currently in place but expires October 31st, 2022. The Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program allows government employees like CPS employees and nonprofit employees to have their loans forgiven after 10 years of payments. The problem is that many employees or many borrowers are in the wrong type of repayment plan or paying against the wrong type of loans, so they get to the end of that 10 years and find out they can't get their loans forgiven. What this waiver is going to allow you to do, if you're in the wrong type, if you've been making payments on the wrong type of payment plan or on the wrong type of loan, is to go back retroactively, get credit for those payments. So I'll be going over the basics of the program, how to take care of the advantage of the waiver, what you need to do before October 31st, 2022. The Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program is complicated. Public service employees can only have your loans forgiven if you make payments on the right types of loans under the right type of repayment plan. The waiver allows you to go back retroactively and get credit for those payments that you made maybe towards the wrong type of loan or that you made under the wrong type of repayment plan. If that takes you to the magic number, which is 120 payments, you could have your loans forgiven immediately. If not, you can go into the right type of payment plan and the right type of loan during this waiver period, and then going forward earn the rest of the credits you need towards that 120 to get your loans forgiven. But you've got to take the required actions before October 31st, 2022. This is a brief overview. There's lots of information at studentaid.gov. There's a link here on this slide and throughout the slides, and underneath this video I'll put the links as well, but it's at studentaid.gov. You go there, Public Service Loan Forgiveness, set up your account. That's going to give you all the information, but let's go through it real quickly. So this program started in 2007, so it's only payments made after October 1st, 2007 that will count. You have to be under the right type of repayment plan towards a direct loan or a loan consolidated into a direct loan. So if you have those family-friendly loans or things like that, you got to consolidate into the direct loan. If you've graduated more recently, you probably have direct loans already. You have to pay the full amount due as shown on the monthly bill for a payment account no later than 15 days after your due date while employed by a qualifying employer, which includes Chicago Public Schools. So what's changed under the waiver? Under the waiver, you can get credit for payments made on the wrong types of loans as long as you consolidate into a direct loan or start the consolidation process. We'll get into the details of that before October 31st, 2022. You can also get credit for payments made under the wrong type of repayment plan as long as you certify your employment prior to October 31st, 2022 for those periods when you were under the wrong type of repayment plan. You also, for late payments or payments made for not the full amount, all those things are waived. You can get a lot of credit going back for payments that you wouldn't otherwise made. But the big things are you had the wrong type of loans and you go ahead and consolidate prior to October 31st, then retroactively you can get credit for all those payments. Or you had the wrong type of repayment plan and you certify your employment prior to October 31st, 2022, then you can go back and get credit for all those payments. So things that are unchanged is you still need to get to that 120 payments while being employed by a government or nonprofit and be working full-time. You need to consolidate into the direct loans or already have direct loans, and you need to certify your qualifying employment for the periods of time for which you want credit towards the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, and we'll get into how to do that as we go here. So let's talk about the qualifying loan types. So under the waiver, the qualifying loan types are the same. It's the federal direct loans and loans consolidated into a direct loan. However, under the waiver, payments made prior to consolidating your loans, if you had those family-friendly or Perkins loans, will count, but you need to consolidate prior to October 31st, or at least begin the consolidation process. If you're like a lot of other people, you probably don't know if you have direct loans, you just know you have student loans. So what you need to do is go to studentaid.gov and set up an account. Then you can click on your aid summary and scroll down to the loan breakdown section. In the loan breakdown section, you'll see a list of each loan you've taken out, even if you've paid it off or consolidated it into a new loan. If you expand the view and then click on View Loan Detail arrow next to the loan, you'll see a more detailed name. Direct loans begin with the word direct. Family-friendly education loans start with FFEL, and the Perkins loans start with the word Perkins. I'm not going to get into Parent Plus loans. You need to go to studentaid.gov to find out about those. But basically, if you don't have the direct loan, then you need to consolidate prior to the October 31st deadline, or at least start your consolidation process. If you have direct loans, then all you need to do is submit your certification, or start your certification of your employment as a public service or government employee. As I mentioned, you can get credit, as long as you take advantage of the waiver by certifying your employment prior to October 31st for any payment made under any payment plan. But going forward, if that doesn't take you to the 120, you'll need to be under a qualifying payment plan. Basically, the waiver allows you to get credit for all those payments you made regardless of payment plan type, but after October 31st, you're going to want to certify those periods of employment using the certification form we're going to talk about. But if you get to the 120 by October 31st, 2022, then your loans can be forgiven and you'll not have to worry about payment plan types. If you're going to need additional payments to get to the 120, you'll need to make the payments under a qualifying repayment plan. So qualifying repayment plans include all types of income-driven repayment plans. You could do a 10-year standard plan and that would count, but they wouldn't save you anything because you make 120 payments and be done. Thered be nothing left to forgive. So really, you're looking for those income-driven repayment plans. You can find out about those at studentaid.gov and move into one of those qualifying payment plans to get your remaining payments after October 31st. So if you have the direct loans, then you need to go to studentaid. So if you only have direct loans, or you've already consolidated into a direct loan, all you need to do by October 31st is go to studentaid.gov and use the PLS, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Help tool, to generate the Public Service Loan Forgiveness form that's going to eventually be approved by the Department of Education. And the Department of Education, this is directly from their website, will maintain a record if you complete all the steps using the Public Service Loan Forgiveness tool on or before October 31st. But then you still need to print it out, sign it, and have your employer sign it, and then submit it back to MOHELA, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Servicer. So if that takes you to the 120 payments, then you're basically going to be done. If not, then you have to, for payments made after October 31st, move into one of those qualifying payment plans. If you have loans that are not the federal direct loans, then you need to submit your consolidation application through studentaid.gov by 11:59 Eastern, so remember we're Central Time, on October 31st, 2022. Also submit that using the studentaid.gov, using the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Help tool. Submit that form by generate that form by October 31st, 2022, and then get it signed and return it to MOHELA. But you have to both start the consolidation process at studentaid.gov, submit your application, and you need to generate the Public Service Loan Forgiveness form using that Public Service Loan Forgiveness Help tool. And then if that takes you to the 120 payments, if you already have the 120 payments, once you take advantage of the waiver, then you'll be done. Otherwise, you'll need to make the rest of the payments under a qualifying payment. So what you'll need to do to use that help tool I was talking about to create the form that you're going to need to submit is you go to studentaid.gov and you either set up an account or if you already have an account, sign in. And then under Student Loan Forgiveness, select the Public Service Loan Forgiveness tab and scroll down. On the right, you'll see a start button. You click that start button and you go through a couple screens, but the first thing you'll have to do is enter your employer. So you need the federal employer ID number of CPS, and you can find that EIN, that's the employer identification number, which all employers have, in box B of your W-2. Then you select your employer, it'll pull up a list, you'll select your employer and put your dates in to generate the form. Then you and your employer have to sign the form, and then you submit it to MOHELA, which is the servicer for the Department of Education. And the instructions on how to submit the form, there's a fax and a way to upload it, etc. That's all on the form that you're going to generate. But you need wet signatures, so in actual pen and ink signatures on the form. But there's a lot more you can find out about how to use this tool. It's the link here, studentaid.gov/articles, become a PSLF help tool ninja. But the main thing you need to remember is you need to do this by October 31st. You need to generate that form. If it's after then, the waiver's over, and you won't be able to get a credit for any payments you made for under the wrong type of payment plan or under the wrong type of loan. Of course, if you're in the right type of payment plan and in the right type of loan, then the deadline's not important to you. So if you have not already consolidated your loans into direct loans, or you didn't have direct loans to begin with, so you still have the family-friendly Perkins loans, etc., when you go to your aid summary, then you need to submit an application for consolidation prior to 11:59 Eastern on October 31st through the studentaid.gov website. So what that allows you to do is retroactively get credit for all those payments you made on those other types of loans. If you wait till after October 31st, you can still consolidate your loans and go into the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, but you'll only get credit for those payments that you made after you did the consolidation. This will allow you to get both credit for before and after the consolidation, but you have to do it by October 31st. So you go to studentaid.gov, sign in or set up your account, and then go ahead and go to studentaid.gov/app/launch-consolidation.action. You might find the link easily, but I had trouble finding it when I went on there, so I put the actual link here for you. So you'll need to do that, but only if you don't already have direct loans. If you've had your loans suspended during COVID, that's fine. Those still count. All those payments still count. You can see this here is a link and some information from the Department of Education website. Here's some additional links. Hopefully this will get you started and underway, and you can get your loans forgiven, or at least get credit for all the payments you've made so far. Good luck to everybody, and I hope to see you around. Bye.